Nobody expected a tiny three-cylinder engine, barely 850 cubic centimeters, rattling like a kitchen blender, to defeat rally titans with double the power and budgets to match. Yet on Europe's cruelest winter roads, Saab and Erik Carlsson didn't just compete, they humiliated giants. So how did this oddball Swedish machine and its maverick driver rewrite rally history and prove everyone wrong? Under the Saab 96's modest skin, every detail favored grip and agility over brute force. The 841 cubic centimeter, three-cylinder engine sat lengthwise, perched almost directly above the front axle. This placed roughly two-thirds of the car's weight right where the skinny winter tires clawed for traction. While most rivals sent power to the rear, Saab's front-wheel drive was a rarity in rallying. The engine's simple two-stroke design meant fewer moving parts and less weight over the nose, making the car light and quick to change direction. On competition models, triple carburetors squeezed out as much as 60 horsepower, but it was the way that power arrived, lively and eager and always on tap when revved hard, that made the difference. The narrow track and short wheelbase let the 96 thread between snowbanks that left heavier sedans struggling. On paper, the numbers looked humble. On snow and ice, this layout turned physics into an ally. Erik Carlsson approached every stage with a blend of fearlessness and precision that set him apart. His signature was left-foot braking, a technique almost unknown outside Scandinavia at the time. Instead of lifting off the throttle to slow for corners, Carlsson kept his right foot pinned, holding the revs high so the two-stroke engine never dropped out of its narrow power band. With his left foot, he feathered the brake, shifting the car's weight forward and coaxing the front tires to bite harder into the snow. That allowed him to rotate the Saab sharply into hairpins while keeping momentum alive. The method demanded coordination and nerve. A single misstep could send the car spinning or bog the engine, but in Carlsson's hands it became a dance, fluid, aggressive, and relentless. His ability to read each patch of ice and each crest and to adjust mid-corner without drama made the difference between sliding wide and clawing out ahead. The nickname Carlsson på taket spoke to both his daring and his willingness to push the edge, even if it meant rolling the car and carrying on with a grin. Snow-laced forests and narrow British lanes became the proving ground for Saab's unlikely challenger. From 1960 to 1962, Erik Carlsson and co-driver Stuart Turner claimed 3 consecutive RAC rally victories. The RAC was not a gentle introduction. It was a punishing test of car and crew, with long nights, unpredictable weather, and stages that chewed up bigger, faster machines. While rivals struggled for grip and reliability, Carlsson and Turner kept Saab's three-cylinders singing, threading through fog and ice with unbroken momentum. Their partnership thrived on trust and split-second calls, each man reading the road and the car's limits with uncanny precision. By the end of their third win, the Saab 96 was not just a curiosity, it was a force. The British press took notice, and so did the giants of Europe. The stage was set for a new kind of upset beyond the UK's borders. Monte Carlo in January was rallying's ultimate test. Icy mountain passes, unpredictable weather, and the world's most feared works teams lined up for glory. In 1962, Erik Carlsson and co-driver Gunnar Hagbaum guided the Saab 96 to a win that stunned the paddock. The car's 841 cubic centimeter, three-cylinder engine sounded outmatched next to the Mercedes-Benz 220 SE, an executive sedan with a straight-six, rear-wheel drive, and factory resources that dwarfed Saab's. Yet when the results were posted, the little Saab stood on top. The following year, 1963, Carlsson returned with co-driver Gunnar Palm and repeated the victory. Rivals came armed. Citroën's DS19 brought space-age suspension and a 2-liter engine, and the Mini Cooper, still on the rise, threatened to rewrite the small car rulebook. But on snow and ice, none could match Carlsson's relentless pace and the Saab's grip. Back-to-back Monte wins turned a modest Swedish sedan into a legend and left giants searching for answers. On winter rally stages, the Saab 96's skinny studded tires sliced through snow to grip the hard surface below, while wider tires on heavier cars floated and slipped. Short, tightly spaced gears kept the little three-cylinder spinning in its power band, so every upshift landed the engine right where it could pull hardest. This let Carlsson launch out of tight hairpins with surprising force, keeping momentum alive where rivals bogged down. Service stops were quick and simple. thanks to the car's straightforward layout and minimal moving parts. Across a stage, these small advantages added up. Seconds gained in every tricky corner, multiplied over hundreds of miles. By 1967, the Saab 96's rally-winning two-stroke made way for a new V4 engine sourced from Ford. The change was more than a technical update. It closed an era where simplicity and clever engineering had upended expectations. Saab's upset victories forced the rally world to rethink what mattered most, not just horsepower or prestige, but how every part of a car worked together in real conditions. That lesson echoed through the sport, long after the smoky triple faded from the start line. Today, engineering discipline still humbles raw power on the toughest stages. Every overlooked detail matters. Sometimes the next upset isn't hiding in the numbers, it is waiting behind the wheel. What is your underdog story?